We are aboard the 2025 Targa 32 OB. This is the new Targa with Mercury V10 400 horsepower outboards, and we are doing a performance test today. I'm Andrew Porter from East Coast Yacht Sales. We are on Casco Bay, Maine, and it's a beautiful summer day, and we're gonna take this thing for a rip and put it through its paces. Let's do it. So as we do this performance test on the Targa 32 OB, we're going to be using GPS speed. So we're going to be taking into account current, but we're going to use GPS speed as a baseline. We're going to be using nautical miles per gallon for our economy, and for our fuel flow, we're going to be using gallons per hour. So it's some various RPM points through the RPM range. We'll be looking at all that data and then talking a little bit about range and how far you can get on a tank of gas. So we're going to do a whole shot here. We are going to come down to stopped. So I'm in neutral. I'm going to just put it in gear, and we're going to give this a whole shot and see what she does. 0.0, here we go, hold on. So we're going to do a nice smooth ramp up. So that's a smooth takeoff, 14, 16, 18, 22. I'm going to push it a little faster now, 27, 30, 34, 38, 40. Just at 6,000 RPMs, we've got 43 knots, and we're wide open to the pins at 6160 and 44 knots. I'm going to back it down a little bit there. So that was engines all the way down and Mercury active trim level 2. So I just backed it down to about 4,500 RPM. We are 32 knots. So talk about a middle of the road, a pretty nice cruising speed. These Mercuries are very happy cruising at anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000 RPM. So they'll sit all day long anywhere in that range. They're perfectly happy at 5,000. Efficiency tends to go down a little bit at that level, but that's kind of my sweet spot for cruising is 4,000 to 5,000. So let's pick a few points here. Let's go down to 4,000 RPM. 4,000, 39 and change. So we've settled in at 27 knots, comfortable to say the least. We're doing much better than 1 nautical mile per gallon. Right now we're at 1.07 nautical miles per gallon. So that's 25 gallons an hour of fuel flow, and we're going 27 knots. Comfortable, quiet. This is a all day long speed. This is a just go forever speed. You're over 300 nautical miles of range at this speed. Simple, quiet, stable. This is a really nice low cruise. So let's go find a couple other speeds in this range. So here's 4,400 RPM. Again, right in the sweet spot of the Mercuries. 4,390, so call it 4,400. We're going 31 knots. And we're right at that tipping point. We're at 0.99 nautical miles per gallon, or sometimes 1 nautical mile per gallon. So that is the sweet spot where we're at 31 knots, getting about 1 nautical mile per gallon, burning about 31 gallons an hour. And again, right in the middle of the range, 4370. Mercury loves that for an RPM. Totally comfortable. Again, do it all day long as you want. It's still incredibly quiet. Normal talking voices. Those engines are 20 feet behind me and behind a closed door. And we could do this all day long forever. 1 nautical mile per gallon. That is efficient running for a performance planing boat that'll take you on days and weeks and months of adventure. Let's do a pretty good turn here. We're in a little bit of a boat wake, but we're going to do a hard corner. Not that hard a corner, it's sort of a medium turn. We've lost almost a knot of speed, so we're down to about 30.4. and we've lost a tiny bit of economy. We're at 0.96. That's just because of the additional drag of the turn. I mean, the boat just sits right into that turn, sets the shoulder and goes. Very comfortable. And that's all at 4,400 RPM. Let's try to find 4,750. So there's 4,700. The boat's wound up a little bit more, but riding level, my view out the window is perfect. I've got 360 so I can look around if I've got any traffic in front of me or behind me. We're going 34.7 knots. We're at 4,700 RPM. We're getting 0.9 nautical miles a gallon. So we've dipped well below the 1 nautical mile per gallon level. So we're burning 38 gallons, going 34 knots. Still very efficient for a planing hull that sleeps 4 or 6 and has a toilet and a galley. The efficiency's there, but this is starting to get to the higher end of the efficient cruising range. So let's go to 5,000. So this is a little bit more fun, right? We're just up to 4980. Top of what I consider Mercury's comfortable cruising range, which is around 5,000. We're going 36.5 knots. Our economy is 0.82 nautical miles a gallon. So that's, burning 44 gallons an hour, and we're going 36 and change. So we've lost a bit. The Mercury doesn't mind. The Mercuries will do this all day long, but we're down below 300 nautical mile range at this level. It's a fun cruising speed though. High 30s, 35, 36, 36.2 right now. Just cooking along. The boat's comfortable. We've got some boat wakes around us. The boat doesn't care. Targa 32 hull goes through anything. We're at sort of a very light, just outside harbor speed. We're going 8 knots. We are below 1 nautical mile a gallon. So we're 0.97 nautical miles a gallon, which is interesting because at this speed, and another interesting speed that I'm going to bump it up to is 9. And at 9 knots, your fuel economy is poorer, not as good as your fuel economy at 28 knots. What does that tell you? That tells you that this hull is efficient, that these engines are matched well with the hull, and that this thing goes efficiently at that range of cruising speeds. High 20s to mid 30s is really the sweet spot. And you're actually going to do better at that speed than you are at really even some of the slower displacement speeds, like we're at 9 right now, doing less than 1 nautical mile a gallon, 0.85 nautical miles a gallon at 9 knots. Interesting data point. So we're at a nice mid-range cruise right here. We are at 4,500, and we're going to do some good old-fashioned evasive maneuvers. Here we go. Drop a tiny bit of speed, but the boat is responsive. For a boat that, can take you and your family on an adventure, it drives really nicely. Going over a boat wake here, really didn't even feel it. We're gonna bank one to the left. Amazing. And we just chew that up, no big deal, it's amazing. That's the performance review on this 2025 Targa 32 OB. These Mercury V10 400 horsepower motors are unbelievable. We put her through her paces, we collected some data, we got our performance stuff, and now we're just gonna go for a rip. See ya.